Now the wedding's happened, is the baby on the cards?
I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder, love a little louder, love a little louder.
Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. If you do, make sure to subscribe button down below before you go. As you can tell from the title of this video, we just got married, so we're gonna do a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me some questions over on Instagram as always, and we're just gonna sit back, relax, and we're gonna answer some of you guys' questions. First of all, now that I'm like a lot closer, we're gonna ignore this. This is from like the heavier makeup that I wore for the actual wedding, and it's just, we're not gonna talk about it, okay? I think I'm also in my period soon, so we're just gonna, it doesn't exist, okay? Thank you. So the first one I'm gonna answer says, where did you cut costs for the wedding? So if you don't know, I'm super cheap, and I just didn't see the point in spending a whole bunch of money on the actual wedding itself. And like, we could have done things as a family, or like big trips as a family, or like other things. My area, a lot of the venues were only like $7,000 plus, and I just couldn't justify spending that on a venue. So we did pick a smaller venue. We wanted it to be very intimate anyways. Like, I think the wedding was perfect. We wanted a very small, intimate wedding with only people that we really cared about and talked to. Some of the things we did to cut costs for the wedding is we all had artificial flowers. So my bridesmaids, my maid of honor, and my bouquet were all fake flowers. I know that's very untraditional, but it is what it is. I have my bouquet of flowers sitting over on my fireplace now, and I would get to have them for the rest of my life. And that was like kind of one of the things I wanted, like why I wanted to do it. The other part is prices. Flowers are like the most expensive, well, they're up there, expenses. So that was like something I wanted to avoid. Another way is a lot of my wedding decorations were DIYs. I had my friend help me blow up some balloons, and then I made this like flower bee, again with artificial flowers, but I did a lot of the decorations and stuff myself. I also have a Cricut, so I was able to make like my own signs and like all of that kind of stuff. I pretty much made it all myself. My wedding dress, I actually got really lucky, because I was just gonna order a dress online. Again, I didn't want to spend a crazy amount on a dress, and my wedding dress ended up being the only one I really liked. It had everything that I wanted on it. I wanted a long train, I wanted buttons on the back, I wanted like lace, and it just kind of had all of it. And then when I tried it on, it was like perfectly in my size at the time. At the time of the wedding, it was not in my size, but the time I tried it on, it was. And it happened to be on sale because I got it from David's Bridal, and at the time they were closing, so they were trying to get all of their product out, I guess, and I just got like a really good deal on my dress. We also rented Dante's suit. He's never gonna wear it again, okay? He wore it for the wedding, and he's literally never gonna wear it again. He doesn't work a job where he has to wear a suit, so it didn't make sense to buy it, so we rented it, which is significantly cheaper. We had our wedding reception in Dante's mom's backyard, and we just kind of made like a big barbecue thing. We didn't have seated plates or anything like that, or like specific meals that like you're served. We had pizza and burgers. It was perfect. Like, we wanted it to be more of a party to have fun than anything like super formal, since we're not really like, that didn't matter to us. Like, if it matters to you guys, I'm not crapping on it, okay? I promise. If it matters to you guys, I'm happy that you had your perfect wedding. But for us, it just didn't matter. We just wanted to hang out with the people that we love, eat some food, and listen to some music, and have a whole lot of fun, and we did. Favorite part of your wedding day? Probably the first look. We went to a separate location with like a really pretty background. It was a bunch of flowers, and the first look, you could like hear Dante, because like we were back to back, and you could hear Dante just being like, it's really hard to not turn around and look, and like he was just so cute about it. And the photographer was Dante's, like one of Dante's best friends. Like, he's a professional photographer. If you guys want to get photos done by him, I will leave him like his thing linked in the bio. He does phenomenal pictures. If you have not seen them, I got my sneak peeks. They're on my Instagram. Literally chef's kiss. They are so good. but he was like telling us how to pose, and Dante was just sitting there and like making jokes, and like we were back to back. And then when we were finally allowed to turn and look at each other, which was highly anticipated by the way, because he got tons of photos of us back to back, looking different directions, moving us around to different spots. Like he was going for the perfect shot. So like there was lots of like build up of him wanting to turn around and look. And we finally did. It was just like, oh, and I can't wait to see those photos. They're gonna be so good. I'm so excited. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite moments, was when he saw me in like my dress for the first time. Was your wedding everything you dreamed it would be? So it actually ended up being more. I know that's like super cheesy, but I was okay with like just walking into a city hall like courtroom and getting married that way. Dante is the one who wanted to have a bigger wedding. Originally he wanted to have a huge blowout wedding because he thought that's what I deserved and what like I wanted. And then when we really sat down and started planning it, I kind of sat there and said like, look, if you want a bigger wedding, we can plan a bigger wedding, but like if you're doing it for me, that's not what I want, kind of deal. But if like you want it, like we will like meet somewhere in the middle. And I think that's kind of what we did. And we ended up like, my grandpa walked me down the aisle, which I could not think of a better person to do it, and it was just yeah, it was perfect. I had bridesmaids that I didn't think would even be a part of the wedding a year ago, or like a little over a year ago. So it's just, yeah, it was perfect. Are you going to post all the wedding photos when you get them back? Abso-freaking-lutely. They're so good. Like my sneak peek photos are literally phenomenal. They are so good. I don't even think I would have it in me to not share them if I wanted to. I do think there might be something like we keep just for us, but I'm absolutely gonna need you guys' help telling me which photos go behind our couch. I'm gonna do 3 with that kind of deal, and I'm gonna need you guys' help picking them, because the photos were that good that I don't even know how I'm gonna choose. Like, do you have wedding photos of the kids? Yes. Yes, I do. They look super cute. What flavor was the wedding cake? Also, I love the dress. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Oh my goodness. The cake was vanilla with icing in the middle. Literally stunning. My best friend's mom made the cake. She is a self-taught baker, and it was so delicious. And I was actually like the first official wedding cake she did my friends, like her daughters, so I guess that was like the second wedding cake she did. But she was really nervous, and she absolutely killed it. If you guys need cakes for any special occasions, I will tag her TikTok in the description as well. You guys should definitely check her out. I would not be up talking her if it was not literally the best thing that we've ever, like, it was so good. Did you guys save a piece of the cake for the 1-year anniversary? Yes. We originally decided we weren't gonna do this, and then we had so much cake left over that I have like 5 slices in my freezer. I gave a slice to the guy downstairs. I sent Dante's dad home with like the entire top part of the cake, and I still have like a huge chunk for the wedding, for like the 1-year anniversary. So yes. Do you feel any different now that you are married? Also, how are the kids? The kids are great. They're doing fantastic. But yes, I do feel a little different. It's I think could just be like the honeymoon newlywed stage, only for the fact that like we only got married a week ago. So like it could still be like more mentally than anything else, because it just happened. But yeah, it does feel different sitting around. Like I'm still, like I said, getting used to calling him a husband and like a wife and all that other kind of stuff. So it's a little weird. How many people did you have at your wedding? I think we only had like 20 to like 30 people. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I actually don't know. Why didn't you wear any jewelry for your wedding? So if you guys saw my wedding pictures or my reels or anything like that, you would have seen that I wore my Levi necklace and my rings, and that was it. So this is my Levi necklace. It is a teddy bear. It has his ashes in it. I got it like after he passed. And then I wore my engagement ring, and then obviously when we got married I wore my wedding band. And then I didn't even put like my first hole piercing, like I didn't put earrings in, and I didn't wear bracelets or anything like that. And that is because when I just don't really like bracelets, I kind of find them annoying to like move your arms with. They never sit on my wrist. I have really small wrists, and they're always like sitting down here, and it's just annoying. But if you saw my wedding dress, you would have seen that it goes to my wrists. So it went to like literally here with lace, and I felt like it was just gonna be annoying and or distracting with the dress, and I just didn't feel like I needed it. I didn't feel like I needed anything more than Levi and my rings. Now the wedding's happened, is the baby on the cards? If you guys have been following our journey for a while, after I had Cohen, I said he was going to be our last. I had trauma and he went to the NICU, which brought up even more trauma that we thought we had dealt with, and my trying to conceive journey wasn't fantastic, but I wanted 4 kids, okay? So I think we're gonna have at least one more, and by I think we're gonna have one more. Right now I'm just tracking my cycles because I don't really know what they are. Like, I don't know where I am in my cycle. I'm trying to make it easier on me than the last handful of times, so I kind of want to know my cycle first, like where I'm at in my cycle and how my cycles are different since having Cohen, before I just like jump into like trying to conceive. My periods come back at like 6 months, but it's been like on and off kind of deal, and then I was like breastfeeding and then I stopped breastfeeding. It's like my periods never really been around like the same time of the month, which I think is gonna make this like harder. So I want to like get that situated and like understand what's going on and like how my cycle is working now before I start like 100% actively trying like we did when I got pregnant with Cohen. But a lot of the questions ended up being roughly the same. How was the wedding, prices, all of that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in our next video. Bye guys.